Hello, class. In this lesson, we are going to explore star anise reproduction techniques. Reproduction methods of star anise are seed reproduction and grafting reproduction. Grafting reproduction is mainly used for seedling reproduction in production. 1. Seed reproduction. 1.1 Seed collection. Strong seed trees that are 15 years old with vigorous growth, no disease or pest, and high yield in previous years should be selected as the seed harvesting objects. The fruit should be harvested in middle to late October when they change from green to yellow, before the carpels split open. Small, achene and orthomorphic fruits should be eliminated. 1.2 Seed processing. The fruits should be spread indoor for drying, and should be turned over 1 to 2 times per day, so as to avoid them from heat. They can be collected 3 to 4 days later when the corners of the fruits become cracked gradually. Small knives or thin wooden chip knives are available for harvesting seeds. The seed skin should not be damaged. It's suitable to sow the seeds as they are collected in areas without frost. If sowing in spring, thermal insulation and moisturizing should be performed properly by means of sand storage in general, and then the seedling can be sown when the air temperature returns to 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. 1.3 Site selection and preparation. It's best to select yellow mud mountain land with good drainage and fertile and deep soil layer. Leave a pavement of about 30 centimeters between the furrows, and at the time of soil preparation, dig furrows at the height of 17 to 20 centimeters and width of 1.0 to 1.2 meters, and apply turf marl or organic fertilizer of 1.5 tons per 667 square meters. 1.4 Sowing time. In areas without frost, it is best to sow from December to the next January in general. In areas with frost, sowing should be made from February to March when the air temperature returns to above 12 degrees Celsius. 1.5 Sowing method. Drill seeding is adopted, with the trench at the depth of 3 to 4 centimeters, planting space at 2 to 3 centimeters, row space at 15 to 20 centimeters, and seeding rate of 6 to 7 kilograms per 667 square meters in general. After sowing, cover with burned turf marl, then cover a layer of thatch and permeate with water. 1.6 Seedling management. Shading and moisturizing. About 20 days after sowing, after seed germination, remove the covering thatch and build a sun shelter with light transmittance at around 50% on both sides of the seedling bed. Conduct watering appropriately to maintain the furrow surface in wet status. Weeding and fertilization. It needs to perform weeding, soil loosening and fertilization during the seedling growth process. Fertilization can be performed in combination with weeding and soil loosening, and the soil can be permeated with 0.2% to 0.5% compound fertilizer solution. The first fertilization should be made when the seedling grows to 2 to 3 centimeters, the second fertilization should be made when the seedling grows to 10 to 12 centimeters, and the third fertilization should be made when the seedling grows to 15 to 20 centimeters. In the next spring, seedlings with a ground diameter of 0.4 centimeters and a height of 40 centimeters can be watered thoroughly before the new top buds sprout, after which they can be lifted from the nursery for planting. 2. Grafting reproduction. 2.1 Selection of scion and rootstock. Select 1-year-old, healthy growing, normally colored, pest-free, well-developed branches with full buds from the high branches of an excellent mother tree as scions. Choose sturdy local seedlings that are 1 to 2 years old as rootstocks, about 40 centimeters tall, with a root collar diameter of more than 0.5 centimeters. 2.2 Grafting time. The timing depends on the grafting method. For top grafting, i.e., cutting off the rootstock, it should be done on an overcast day when the temperature is between 15 to 20 degrees Celsius during February to March. For ventral side grafting, which does not require cutting off the rootstock, it can be done in July to August. Grafting should avoid rainy, windy days and days with strong sunlight. 2.3 Grafting method. Before grafting, prune the branches and leaves of the rootstock 15 centimeters above the ground. Make a vertical longitudinal cut along the cambia layer at about 6 to 8 centimeters above the ground, ensuring the cut length is equal to or slightly shorter than the scion's cut surface. Make a slanted cut 3.5 centimeters below the bud on the scion to form a small face, with the angle of the small face about 45 degrees. Then, flip it over and make a flat cut 0.5 centimeters below the bud. It is appropriate to include a slight amount of xylem in the cut. Leave 2 to 3 buds on the scion and cut it off. Both the rootstock and scion cut surfaces should be smooth. Then, quickly insert the scion into the cut on the rootstock, ensuring the cambiums align. Bind the scion and rootstock with a thin plastic film, covering the top cut of the rootstock and the top joint of the scion, leaving the bud eye exposed. Unbind them timely after survival. They can be transferred and planted after 1 year. In this lesson, we have learned about star anise seed reproduction and grafting reproduction techniques. Besides, the key points cover seed harvesting, seedling management, and selection, processing and grafting method for scions and rootstocks. That concludes this class. Thank you, everyone.